For Wheeling University Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Caressa DeRossett Show. Currently joined by Wheeling University head softball coach Caressa DeRossett. And Caressa, you guys come back from your Florida trip last week, go 3-5 over your 8-game stretch. Talk about that trip as a whole and what you and your team got out of it.
Yeah, we learned a lot over that week. We played some very, very tough teams, and a couple we competed really well, and I think some other ones we didn't compete as well as we could. But most importantly, we learned a lot. I think a lot of players saw a lot of things that we were trying to work on in the preseason, and so now having that field experience, I feel pretty confident going into conference.
And during that stretch, you faced some tough teams, as you mentioned, in Cal U, Edinboro, some tough regional teams. How is seeing those teams in that environment going to help you as you come back home and get ready for conference play?
Yeah, like you said, tough teams, and it was awesome to face them. I think we had a great battle against Cal U. Always a competitive team that always wants to compete against us, and we did really, really well. It really came down to who was going to step up, and both teams were pushing it, and it was a great game to be a part of. Even though we didn't come out on the winning end of it, it was very exciting, and I saw so many great things that we executed as a team, and also I saw my team thinking for themselves and really working hard. Edinboro was awesome because for Randy, she really figured out what was working for her, and it was just great to see her start getting to her potential, especially being only her second outing, and then also having our team work behind her. I think that was big for her to see that her team was supporting her.
And you mentioned Randy. She got her first win in that game. Talk about what that did for her confidence and what that did for her team's confidence.
Yeah, I in her interview, I think she was just as surprised. We kind of both discovered the hidden secret of her backdoor curve and how well it worked for us. So that was super, super exciting. And I even told her after the game, I was like, that is absolutely lethal. Like, we can do that every single time. It's going to be great. And that's what we worked on this week, too, in our bullpens of how we can use that pitch and how we can hit it for 3 zones, and how we're going to use it against any hitter and really be confident with it.
And then your program got recognized on the conference level, Cassie Roman being named the MEC Softball Player of the Week. Talk about her work and what that meant to her.
Cassie, she's so humble. That's the one thing I could really say about her is every time, even, my big thing I always tell our girls, hit a hard ground ball. We always want to work for a ball. We want to hit something that's going to make the defense have to work. And if it falls over the fence, it falls over. It's not that we're intentionally trying to do that. And Cassie Roman's a big one. I say to her every single one of her at-bats, said, hard ground ball. And both times in that one game when she hit 2 home runs, she comes around to me and says, I was trying to hit a ground ball, coach. And I was like, but that's the purpose of it. We want to work for, let's have that ball work hard for us. And if it goes over, it goes over.
Currently joined by Wheeling University head softball coach Caressa DeRossett. And Caressa, you guys now get set for conference play. Talk about the transition and what's going to be like as you guys prepare to get into the schedule.
Yeah, so we open up this weekend. Hopefully, if the weather lets us, but we're hoping to get out in the field this weekend and start to see Notre Dame and AB. Notre Dame we've been at almost every out of conference schedule we've had. They've been there too, so we'll be able to kind of match our play. We play the same opponents, and so I'm really excited. We played Notre Dame very well last year, and I think like in conference we're being recognized that we're a team that's going to be a tough win to get. So I feel very confident going in, and especially what we did in this offseason.
And looking at these 2 teams that you get to play, Alderson Broaddus and Notre Dame College, what are some of the differences in the game plan, and what are you looking to do out there?
Definitely, it's the game plan is we want to out hit all the time. We were doing a pretty good job, besides a couple games, of averaging 7 runs a game. And as a team, we realized if we average 7 runs, we're either going to be winning or really close to winning that game. And it also just gives that support to our pitching staff. And that's something we didn't do well last year, that we just didn't give them the run support to help them out. And we're doing that. So that's kind of our approach is, as an offensive team, we need to support our pitching staff. We need to put 7 runs up every game. And then as a pitching staff, working hard to, not leave people get on the bases and stuff, but also just stay confident and hit our spots and work hard back there.
And finally, you guys are home for the first time here in 2022. How big is that going to be for your girls to just get on their home field for once?
I think it's really exciting because it's honestly going to be the first time we touch the field all year since the fall. But we haven't been able to practice on it, and so I think they're going to be kind of like, this feels right. This is exciting. We're here. This is our space. We know this field more than anybody else. So I think having that advantage, our confidence is going to go up.
Thanks, Caressa, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
For Wheeling University Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler.